you know, we have 4 groups presenting in each rotation. This first group is presenting about Spanish exposure and culture. The next one will do sustainability, biodiversity, and a slideshow at the end. We'll try to keep it moving. So we'll let them take over. They work hard. Thank you.
All right, take it away, Ethan. Oh wait, hold on. Hello, I'm Jordan. I'm Dana.
I'm Ethan. Bienvenidos a nuestro escaparate de viaje españolas. Dana, Jordan y yo aprendimos mucha lengua y vocabulario en nuestra viaje a Costa Rica. Nosotros también tenemos que utilizar el español que aprendimos en Costa Rica. In other words, for the rest of you who don't know that in Spanish, welcome to our Spanish trip showcase. Dana, Jordan, and I learned a lot of Spanish and vocabulary on our trip to Costa Rica. We also got to use the Spanish we learned at Costa Rica.
Alright, hello. We're going to talk to you about our experience in learning Spanish. So take a look at it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about Los Hoteles, which is the hotels. And there we didn't have to really use much Spanish because we were only there for a very small amount of time, mostly just getting up, eating breakfast, and then sometimes for dinner, but rarely. And what I thought was interesting about the hotels in Costa Rica was that they used actual room keys instead of the cards that when you go to like the Hyatt or something, they give you like a card. And they were harder to hold on to because you can't really put a key in your wallet. And they are less modernized than the American ones. And that means they had a little bit more character, which made them more fun to stay in my opinion.
Alrighty, thank you. I'm going to talk about the Escuela Bilingual, is the bilingual school, which is they are learning and speaking English and Spanish, not just it's not just speaking Spanish as their first language as English is to us, they're also speaking English as their first language. I learned on our tour, we had a tour around the school, and our tour guide spoke Spanish to us and took us on a tour, and it was interesting because everyone knew what she was saying, except she did go like really, really fast, and so we had to ask a couple times to slow down. But I think for the most part, people understood what she was saying, so it was kind of cool because she was speaking fluent Spanish and we still had an idea of what she was saying. And I also learned that they learn English at a really young age. Like, our tour guide started learning English at age 3, and so that was really fascinating because I know some people haven't learned Spanish until like a year ago or a couple years ago. So that was interesting. They were really proficient in both languages. So.
Now I'm going to talk about La Ciudad de Monteverde, which means the city of the Green Mountain if you translate it. And there we did a lot of shopping and looking around, and we actually did a shopping exercise where we had a sheet of paper and we had to fill out the prompts in Spanish and go around to different places and collect certain items using a given amount of colones, which is the Costa Rican money. And we all use Spanish to communicate and purchase items. But what I thought was interesting about this place was that, and pretty much every other place we went to, they saw that we were like Americans, or as they call us, gringos. And they didn't really speak Spanish back because they were trying to be nice to us and be welcoming to us, and I thought that was nice because they're all nice there. But I kind of wanted to speak in Spanish to them. Oh well.
I'm going to talk about La Fortuna. We went to La Fortuna right after Monteverde, and Monteverde was more of a small town. It was a lot more greenery and hiking, and when we went to La Fortuna, it was kind of a different change of scenery because it was it kind of resembled more of a city. So we also went shopping, and we spoke Spanish, and we got to interact with people and speak more Spanish, so it was cool.
And then one of the last places we went was Rancho Margo, and that was a sustainable farm, and they used compost to keep their pool that we went in, and they also use hydroelectric power, which is like using the energy that water makes when you especially during the service project there, we had many conversations with the people that were teaching us what to do, and it was nice. And I don't think a lot of us realized how much Spanish we actually knew until we were immersed in that environment.
Alright, so to wrap it up really fast so Ethan can play his awesome game, I'm just going to quickly kind of phrase the airport in Costa Rica. It was really big, it was bright and clean, it was everyone, there was like so much English, it was crazy, it was shocking because you were used to people speaking Spanish all over the place. And so when we went to the airport, there was like, some of the workers were like having conversations in English, and we were like, whoa! So we also got to speak Spanish and English with them, and we got to use colones too, which was kind of fun. So Ethan, go ahead.
I'm doing a vocabulary game, and when you get the answer right, you get 100 colones.
Yeah,
Which is their kind of money. Does anybody know what Costa Rica means in Spanish? Yeah.
Costa Ricense.
Yeah.
Yep. Pardon.
Woo! Get 100 colones. Go,
Does anybody know what Green Mountain means? Emmy. What does Rich Coast mean?
Costa Rica.
Grant.
Costa Rica.
Yeah,
Good job, Grant.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what rice means?
Over here.
Golden.
Arroz.
Yeah. Sadly, we're almost out of time. Espero que se divierten nosotros cartel y las palabras de vocabulario que aprendimos de nuestro viaje a Costa Rica. Thank you.
Thank you.